Hey there, everyone. How's everybody tonight? Tonight is a quieter night. Um, Down just a little bit. It's even loud in my ears today. A while ago, one of my friends in the 3D printing community, who lives in Malta, hey non-fam, how you doing tonight? Thanks for stopping in. Joe, formerly 3D Maker Noob, now his channel's called Breaks and Makes. He shifted to more general making than just 3D printing. And what that was about. And he started making these drink coasters. There you go. You can see the camera reflected. That's pretty fun. He started making these, and they're basically a 3D printed infill on top of, in this case, a black plastic background. And then he puts the infill in the top layers. And then he uses his CNC machine to cut the wood pieces. And when I get it upside right, he laser engraves his brand logo in the back and puts little plastic rubbery feet on them so they don't slip. And I like that one. And I don't get too much reflection in it. There we go. But there's 6 of them. And I don't have, that's probably my favorite. I like hexagons. And that one looks like it should after you've had half a dozen beers right there. A little bit warped. They I don't have a big classy bar or anything like that, so I was like, where am I going to use them? And I was like, I know, I'll make a display stand, and then I can use them in the background of my studio downstairs. Probably that's where they'll end up. And see how that goes. And I want to be able to show them off so you can see them, because otherwise they'll just sit in a pile somewhere and never get seen. And for the foreseeable future, not like I'm going to be having big parties or anything and having people over. Brian Vines, how are you this fine and glorious evening? Good to see you. So we're going to be making up a stand to display Joe's Maltese drink coasters. So the first thing I'm going to do is measure them with a set of calipers. Just cheap calipers, nothing special. Fun. So they're about 98 millimeters that way. So we'll just pull up 6 sides. That's good. Are you still doing the hippie thing? I don't think I could grow that much hair if I really tried. Yeah, I already forgot what the measurement was. 98 across flats. All right. Let's do it this way. So it'd be 49 that way. And more. Right? have to do this kind of by. That'll work. And we'll just double check with a quick dimension that I don't think I got right. No, I'm off by 1, but 98 it will be when we're done. We'll measure again just to make sure. So close enough to 98 for me. And thereby we've got the basics for what we need. And then we'll measure the height of it with the little feet. A challenge to do in a dark room, but about 16.9, so we'll make it 17. So we'll take this and we'll just extrude planar curve, take it up. Let's get rid of say 17. And let's get rid of my email so it'll quit popping up. That's the view I like better. Now I just got to decide how I'm going to lay these out. So there's going to be 6 of them. I don't have to worry about rounding edges. We'll do that. We'll take care of that later with the if there's anything to adjust with the stand itself. All right, so let's just in place. Let's take the curve and get rid of it because we don't need it. Put it in the parts drawer so it doesn't get in our way. We'll play with the spacing and everything later. I think I'll end up doing them that way. Hey there, Maker Viking. How are you tonight? I don't know if this is being a little bit earlier, an hour earlier than I have been lately is better or worse for you. But thank you for stopping in. If anybody wants to jump into the stream. Why am I not sharing the screen? I was, wasn't I? Didn't I have that up there before? Nobody says anything. You're all too polite. I'm the Canadian. I'm supposed to be the polite one. Wait, there's another Canadian in the stream. Non-fam's in. If I recall right. Yeah, I think I better do them that way for stability. I was thinking about doing them that way so they stand up in a stand like that, but that's just asking for them to get knocked over, I think. Oh, that's good. Awesome. Good that you're working on. I'm going to mess it up. Your mirror? Mirror? There we go. Sorry, I'm not going to get it right. Gregory, thanks for stopping in. Thanks for being here. And Boiler Ram, Mr. Buttram's here. Thanks for stopping in, sir. Good to see you. I know we got all kinds of people here tonight. This is great. If anybody wants to jump in, click the pin link at the top of the YouTube thing. I hope it's still pinned there. I went over there and did it, so I hope it's still there. So, what do you think? Should we do it so they stand up like this? Or so they go like that? Where's there it is. Two clicks. Wish I had that voting thing right now, but I don't have it yet. I think stability wise, I'm going to go with that. Notice I'm not working on gluing the dinosaur together tonight. What a fiasco. Trying to get stuff to stick. I've never had that problem before. Maybe it's the prehistoric filament I used. I don't know. Well, let's go with this for now. And save, because, you know. No, the dinosaur hasn't won yet. And the dinosaur is not a machine. It was made by a machine. But no, I tried contact cement, and I don't want to glue up that whole thing with contact cement indoors this time of year. I get enough headaches here, so I might have to wait another week or two till it warms up a bit outside so I can do it outside. And I tried Gorilla Glue, Crazy Glue gel stuff, and it did okay, so I checked it just before I came on, so I'll take a look at that. That might be the way to go, is just use that and hope I have enough to get through it, because at least it's solid. The contact cement is still kind of not good enough to hang on the wall, in my opinion. I'll get the thing all painted up and then it'll fall down. So I think we'll be taking that one apart again if it's still not solid tomorrow, and I'll try and do it with Crazy Glue and maybe get out the 3D pen and just do some little tack welds on the back to hold it together, maybe. Not sure yet, but that is a fallback plan, is to just use the 3D pen like tack welding. If I decide to do that, I'll probably stream that. Yeah, I don't have any epoxy here right now, and I kind of want to get going on it, but I don't know, we'll see. But I had contact cement, so I tried that. Okay, so what I think I'm going to do for these is like a little tray to sit them in. That's like a zigzag along here, I think is what I'm going to go for. Because I want them so you can take them out and use them as well. So I want to leave a little bit of space in between like maybe 10 millimeters, 10, 15 millimeters maybe between them. So there's some space. So they each, you're not going to believe this, Ryan. I've never taken my 3D pen out of the box. Shocker, I know. There's your screen grab for the night. That's cool. I didn't realize how much I missed live streaming until I started doing it again for part of this Veda challenge thing. It's actually good. It gives me something to, lack of a better term, look forward to. Being in the house all the time gets kind of old real fast. So I'm kind of liking this part. So make sure you let us know when you got your channel set up, and I'm sure we'll all stop in and show our support. I know. I know, really. How much shit have I got in boxes still? Hey, I'm getting better. We got some of it out of boxes already, and I've got a list. Where is there you go. There's the list of all the things that I can do. Every night I just pick something off the list. On the weekend, I'm aiming for that one. I've got this little cheap, go figure, cheap, is it made by? Do you know when Jim did the great big laser unit that was like, he couldn't manhandle it around his shop from Make Block, is it? Well, I've got the way pre-alpha version of that from the same company. It's just like a educational level laser kit, but it's supposed to be like a 12-inch by 12-inch roughly burn area. And it's just real simple. It's just, well, there's nothing to it. X, Y, and shoot the laser or not, right? So I'm looking forward to it. It's been sitting around for, a long time. Another one of those, hey, that'd be fun. I should do one of those. And then never did it. So I was always saving it so I could stream it. So it's coming up probably Sunday. Saturday's a busy day on here. So I'm kind of double booked a bit on Saturday, but so Saturday will probably be a shorter thing, but I think Sunday is my goal for that. So mark your calendars. Yeah, I don't know about wonders yet, but it's getting my butt moving on things, and it's getting there. It's good that I've got a list and I'm working through it. Maybe tomorrow night I'll do my loose goal is, if I can't figure out the glue the dyno thing, maybe I'll do troubleshooting one of my not so functional printers. The CR10S4 really bugs me because the Y motor is not working right. And I don't know if the motor's shot or if something went on the board. So I'm going to learn how to troubleshoot. So yes, X, Y, and B for blind. I hope not. I certainly hope not. I don't know how those go over top of glasses, but I've got some smaller glasses I can use to fit inside them. Inside the save your eyes ones. All right, let's get on to the task at hand here. Let's figure this out. So I said I was going to do like 15 15. Sure, that'll work. So if we here and move that to there, and then go over about 15 from there. I do this all the super scientific way. Just eyeball it. Yep, those are locked down on the grid, so we're good. Yeah, I think it'll be a good one. Good audience participation. You can all go, hey, dumbass, why don't you try this? So, and I will appreciate that. I don't know. I kind of got past the stressing about streaming thing. I get more stressed now about the fact that I have told myself that I have to do this every day for this month. So that gets a little, there's some nights when I'd rather be doing something else or going to bed early or something, but I accidentally had a nap tonight, so oops. But so it's I don't know. When stuff doesn't go right, it can be frustrating, but if the stream stuff doesn't work right, I'm kind of okay with that. That's just part of the game. It is 15, right? Or 1, yep. That's it. No editing. Although there's a couple things that I want to do that I think I'll repurpose some of the video and maybe shorten it up because, you know, these can babble on for hours, right? And then, because I'm kind of like that. And then it's kind of, you know, you can easily take it, edit it down to a 10 or 15 minute video. And if I was really keen and really, you know, was trying to do something spectacular, you know, you could easily cut this stuff down to shorts, right? So just realized a mistake I made. Make it 16. It'll center better. This isn't gonna. Let's stretch it more that way. And I don't know what that is. Let's just make it really wrong so it won't accidentally turn it the wrong way. Well, yeah, it seems like whenever I edit stuff, it's usually for work. It's training stuff or showing people how stuff is supposed to happen. So, but it's just short to the point, doesn't need a whole lot of, you know, fluff and spinny effects or anything. And I like to add that stuff. That's kind of fun too. So I could add a bit of that, but I couldn't see doing this thing, doing a video every day and editing it and still having a full-time job and doing silly things like dishes and laundry. You know, it's just not going to happen. And watching other people's streams. So, yeah. a lot of them get to the point where, and it's like any business, like if you're running a small business, you have to decide what your skill set is and what you should farm out to other people. And most of the bigger channels that we know, that's what they did, is they farmed out the video editing to somebody else, you know. So and you can stream in French too. I won't understand you, but I will watch, and I will have Google Translate open so I can, you know, kind of translate stuff from the chat so I can say nice things instead of le chien pied dans mon pied. What's foot? I used to know how to say the dog peed on my foot. That's what I remember from public school French. That was grade 7 and 8. That was a long time ago for me. So, oh shit, that was back in mid-70s, I guess. And I remember pamplemousse. That was a cool word. And I like pamplemousse. So. Sorry, Ryan, I'm not putting that up on screen in case it's not nice. Is that the dog peed on my foot? If you told me to go and stand in front of a bunch of people on a stage, I'd be a nervous disaster. But this isn't bad because, like, still I do things like that. But it's just, I'm here, so. Oh, well, that's good to know. And I hope mine isn't, because that's where my resin printers are still. And thanks to people's input the other night on one of the streams, I've decided that I have to rethink a little bit of my resin room idea. I have to flip it inside out so all the shiny, it'll look like a spaceship in my basement, but I don't care. There you go. See, that'll work. And I mean, like, this community, if it's this kind of stuff, like, everybody's, you know, pretty chill about everything. There's always little flare-ups, but generally everybody's pretty cool and supportive and understanding and helpful. So, you know, you don't have to worry about trolls and stuff too much. Move. Okay. Now I can bring that down one. Yeah, that's probably better. Copy. I hear the energy thing. So this was a good thing for me. Now, if I could find something that would make me get off my ass and go outside and hike or do something that involves human exercise, that would be kind of nice. But Right now we're all locked down again, so it's just a convenient excuse not to go do it. All right, what do you think, gang? Will that work? Well, my printers are downstairs, so, and all my design stuff and that is up here. So I do get a little bit exercise that way, but running is not a word that I use in my vocabulary a lot. When the zombies come, I'm going to just stand and wait because I'm not going to run them. Even if they're half decayed, they're going to be able to catch me. So unless I can convince somebody else to be in the way, you know, that's not me either. Okay, next step. I'm going to make a tray to sit these in. So they'll just sit on a little V-shaped tray. And I'm going to do it with a zigzag, I think, is kind of my plan. So let's do it with this and then we can round it. So what we're going to do is do it a couple millimeters off and a couple up. And then sort of do that to, I can fix this in a minute. This is where that even number thing comes into use. Yeah, it's generally, yeah, like, I don't know, there's only a few people that I've ever seen, and they don't hang around long, that's for sure, that are kind of private about what they're doing and won't share how they did stuff. Most people are, it's like show and tell every day, man. It's like being in grade 3 and they, you know, you bring in your toy that you just got for your birthday or whatever, and people are just showing the stuff they've got, and you say, how did you do that? And everybody's all like, I've never seen anybody say, I'm not going to tell you, because they aren't very welcomed after that. Good evening, Mr. Riley. How are you? How's things going today? Thank you for visiting. This is just for those that came in later. We'll refresh a bit. I'm making a stand for these. These are the Breaks and Makes Joe, formerly Maker Noob. His coasters that he makes that he sells on Etsy. Link in the description, of course. And I'm just making a way to display them because I don't have a big bar, and you know, I don't need 6 coasters really because I only have, you know, at the most 2 bottles on the go at a time. So I'm going to make up a quick little easy to print stand and throw it up on the free places. For anybody else that wants to make one for their set. They're really nice coasters. Like, he does a great job. I don't know how he floats the resin in there so nice, but man, he does a great job on them. They're all CNC cut and laser etched on the back. So they're worth showing off. And, you know, they're from Malta, so they're, you know, pretty cool. Don't tell Joe that I just kind of said he was cool. Just no. I've already rethought this end piece. I'm not going to do it that way. Just going to leave it like that so they just sort of sit there. So that's kind of the goal. I think that's sort of... I guess I could have done it different because I could have just done this. I don't use this buried menu very often. Yeah, that's what I thought it was going to do. Yeah, okay. Let's not do that. Let's just eyeball it. Always the best way to do things. Just do it with this. Oh, sorry. Hold on. Wait till I do this way. Hard because of the glare in here, but there's two of them. And he does them all with different, you can pick the fill patterns you want. And I chose black and orange, of course. And yeah, they come out really nice. Like, you know, see if I can catch the reflection of the lights on the ceiling on them. They come out really nice. Probably takes quite a while to make these. And they've got little rubber feeties on the back so that any lasers his logo in the back. So that was kind of cool. Yeah, I didn't think shipping was bad, and they came, I mean, like when they're all together, they're a nice little solid block, right? And he puts them in a cardboard box that's just the right size for those. I don't know if he had them made special or not, or if these were designed to fit inside the box. Either way, it would have worked. And I just, I thought they were really cool, and I want to support him. And he's been a good member of the community, and I thought, yeah. And they came quick. Like, I got the notification from Etsy, and they were here, less than a week later. So that's pretty good. I mean, I can't get stuff across the country in like a week and a half recently. So they're really good. I don't know if I even told them that I got them yet, because I wanted to make up this stand and show it on Twitter, but I haven't really got to that yet. So hey, it didn't work. And ooh, no, right end. That's better. You are correct, sir. I often think about how many really cool people I've met in the last 5 years. And some of them are here today. But no, like, there's some really neat people. And I really like to help them out, especially like this. This was easy. It helps him make his next chapter of his dreams come true. Perfect. Slide those over here again. should have worked, right? Nope, not quite. I think the problem is that's way up there. So let's turn on ortho. Yeah, I'm rethinking. I should have done this different. I should have left them just as lines, outlines. Would have been easier than I just could have offset it. Oh well. There we go. Now it's flat. And equal. Man, I hope that's in the middle of those. Yep, that should be 16. Yep. All right. And then we just take this. Let's duplicate it. Oh, I'm pushing the wrong key. Oh, that's interesting. All right. Should I make them equal? Yeah, I probably should. And get rid of that. Let's make them all the same, and then we won't have any problems. I've been using different software all day. I keep holding down the wrong keys for things. You know, in a perfect world, they would all use the same keys for everything. Not happening. All right, now let's think about this a bit. Let's weld those together, join them together. That's good. Glad to see you working on it again. That's good. It's going to be a cool project. I know some days it's hard to get motivated around these days, but it's good to see that you are. That's good. Sorry, cut some music too, right? All right, let's do. It's not really an edge. How do I want? Maybe 6. Where those are. Not handy. Oh well. Somewhere I have a set of radius guides that I printed up just for doing things like that. There's a good question. Non-fam's been offered a Mingda D2 for a cheap price. I don't know anything about that one. Anybody in here know much about that one? That was the one Mr. Riley did recently. I don't know which model it was. I watched it. I really did. Oh, well, we'll leave that for now. Can always go back and change it. I think it's going to be more than that, though. I'm going to want. Let's do it. Let's do 8. Leave it at 8 for now, and if I find out later that it's different, then I can... Are those not together? Oh, it didn't join them. See, that was kind of French. Unable to join curse. Oh, that's why. See the problem? I get 1 point at least is... That's stupid. I don't want end on. It just causes me headaches. That's why. Holy crap. How many of them are on the wrong place? It would have been easier to move the other end, wouldn't it? Oh yeah, there's something bizarre. Oh, that's where I put the... Oh, crap. All right. Let's just get rid of that because that's got a 3D space curve now. Take care of yourself, sir. Don't let yourself get run down too far. Okay, is that thing flat now? It's another one of those projects that I probably should have used it to learn a new CAD program, but it's just too easy to use the one I already know. Been using for like 20 years. There you go, that's better. Okay, now over here on this other view, what I want to make is just a little tray that's kind of C-shaped, U-shaped for them to sit in. So this height includes the little rubber feet, so we'll just go like 1 millimeter off of that. And we'll just do it like this and make it maybe... Yeah, 5 millimeters deep. So we'll go up about... See me counting by nodding my head? And 1 millimeter off. And make it 2 millimeters thick just so that on the front edge, just so that it's got something there. And that'll be the shape that we'll use to make it all better. And take that off of line it up with that spot like that. Hey there. Thanks for the raid, Ron, Canadian Maker Project. Thank you, sir. Welcome to all who are raiders coming in. I know. I was just so focused on the project. Tonight we're just doing up a quick little stand to display these coasters that I got from Joe in Malta from Breaks and Makes. And these are ones that he makes with 3D printing, CNC, resin pouring, and some laser etching on the back. He's got his logo laser etched into the back. Actually does a good job. I guess I should switch the view back to what I'm doing. That would be good. Man, I need a co-host. Man. To say, hey, dumbass. Ryan must have gone to sleep. Usually he does that. He's like, we're tired of looking at you. Stuff like that. So that's the coasters, and I'm just making a stand to display them on. And if I go back to this kind of view, you can see what I'm doing. How cool is that? So, hey there, Kuma133. Thank you for stopping in, for raiding in with Ron, I assume. Doesn't really tell me where people came from, but cool. Yeah, it's better when you just don't have to look at me and try to do the reflection of my glasses of what I'm doing. It makes it too much work. This makes it better. So yeah, the idea is going to be to stand them up on the table with a little bit of a tilt back, just so they don't all fall out when I hit the shelf they'll be on or something. And I'll probably work them into the revamped downstairs behind where I stream downstairs. I think that's where I'll do them and put them down there. Then I can talk about them more. Yeah. I can guarantee you that I'm not going to Murph this year. When is it? I heard they might move it again. I heard they might move it, but I can't see it. For me personally, I'm not going to take that level of risk. You know? Yeah, sometime in June. I can't, I don't even get my second shot until July. And there's no freaking way I'm going out of the country until that's taken care of, at least. And there's some kind of record of it working very well on people. You know, I mean, I'm glad to be a guinea pig. I'm okay with that. But it's gonna, for me personally, it's gonna be a while. I can't see me doing ERF even at this point. I mean, we're still locked down for more weeks yet, and probably longer after that. The borders are all still closed. You know, none of that's gonna be good for a while. So, yeah, no, I'm not. You know, I'm not a big fan of going to the grocery store still. So, because I'm in the health group that if I get it, I'm probably not going to make it. And right now, down here, they're right at the limit of ICU beds and ventilators. So they're at the point now where they're going to start have to deciding who gets a ventilator and who just goes home to die. So I can't see that being resolved for a while. So, and there's no freaking way I'm going to the middle of Amishville, where modern medicine is potentially voodoo to them, right? So just not thinking that's going to be for me. Not this time. Although I really want to, and I would really like to hang out with everybody, I can't see me doing it this year. All right, if I'm going to extrude that along that rail, Oh, yeah, that's what I thought. I would like. That would fix it. All right, I know what that's doing, but all right, let's do it the other way. So I'll just rotate it a bit. Okay, Ron, good to see you. Thanks for stopping in. Thanks for the raid, and hope to see you next time. Yeah, are we back to non-fams? Sorry, I should have been on top of the comments while I was talking there. It's risk reward for me, plain and simple. When my neighbors had a big backyard party 2 weekends ago, right before they locked us down again, I was like, come on. But they keep changing the rules on who can get vaccinated, who can't. And I can't see that being worked out. Dual Z screw direct drive, 228, still in the box. Seems interesting. How much was it? 180? Yeah. When you learn how to sell, you know how to sell your printers, teach me, because I have a bunch that I really should get rid of. I got a few that I'm never going to use again. And I should just get them tweaked up enough and sell them off cheap. Or give them to somebody I know, hard to say. If anybody close to me has that much interest, and if they did, I probably would have given them one already. Same old Shane. How are you, sir? Thanks for stopping in. Glad to help your insomnia here. And 3D Matic Vents. Hello there, sir. I did a face shot earlier that would have worked well. Thanks for doing the thumbnail the other night. That was cool. Yeah, the first one kicked my ass. I got it at 8:30 in the morning, 11:30 at night. I walked downstairs. My teeth started chattering. I was shivering. Said F it, turned around, walked upstairs, crawled into bed, bundled up, put on a hoodie and sweatpants to stay warm, and had the fever and pain and aches and a bit of a headache and everything else all the next day. So I hope you're going to be okay, sir. Lots of liquids. And take care of yourself. It's a Home Alone pose. Right around the time that Mr. Buttram was making a comment about me and my 3D pen, so it was pretty early on. I know that's what everybody says. They said it's like if you get symptoms after you get the shot, it's like having the flu. I haven't had the flu in at least 10 years. I don't remember what it's like. I mean, if it wasn't really bad, I forget most health stuff that's happened to me. Time somebody says, well, when did you have that? I'm like, I don't know. And unfortunately, my parents are gone, so I can't ask them. Like, I get a flu shot every year, and it helps, I guess. I don't know. I shouldn't say things like this. I'll end up sick. Apparently, the second shot is for us with the AZ stuff is worse. So there's something to look forward to. Uh, so, what can we do? So if I rotate that 30 degrees, that should work, right? Or 30 goes right or left, should go the other way. Yeah, wrong way. Well, minus 30. You're lucky. The first day, like when I had it in the morning, and it didn't seem to bother. My arm was a bit sore, but that's because I'm a wimp. And I was like, yeah, okay, I can live with this. This is fine. This is nothing. And then I started thinking, I'm like, I wonder if they're just guinea pigging us and they just gave me water or something, shot of that, or he didn't do shit, right? Because I didn't really, I felt it go in, but I didn't, it wasn't like a bee sting where you feel it go up your spine or anything. I was like, yeah, whatever, thanks, buddy. And yes, I would do it again. Well, I will be doing it again in July when I get my second shot. July 2nd or something. I don't know. Anyways, and it's a Friday, so I'll have a crappy weekend, but that's okay. Worth it. Well worth it. If it works and it helps things, that's a good thing. And I suspect that we will be doing it again because I got a feeling that the shot that I got a couple weeks ago will be a different formulation than the one I get in July. I think they will have adjusted it a bit by then. And I got a feeling this is going to be a potentially annual event for the next few years, but hard to say. I don't know, but I suspect it's going to be ongoing. Yes, it probably has helped you. You've probably been indirectly exposed to a lot of things that have probably helped your body build up immunities to the little easy stuff, that's for sure. That's not true, but it's funny. You won't feel that way in a couple of days. Yes, probably much more active. Yeah, that's what I figure. It's going to be a annual or every 6 months event to just go to your doctor and hopefully they'll have vaccines that are more easier to handle and store and deal with that way so that your family doctor can do it, or you'll just go to the pharmacy and line up every 6 months or once a year and get your card punched. So I don't know. I'm not a doctor. I don't play one on TV, and I didn't stay at a Holiday Inn Express last night. That's all I know. So, but I really wish that the protesters that we've been experiencing around here lately would just stay home for a while. It's definitely an insult to the people that are risking their lives every day in the hospitals dealing with people, and they're out there protesting because they can't get their hair cut. Too freaking bad. And one of the leaders of the protests around here runs a hair place, a hair salon. She already got fined for breaking the rules last lockdown, and now she's doing protests. I'm okay with protesting. You can protest whatever you want, but what are you going to do? Hey there, John. How's you do it tonight? I know. I saw that you hung out with Uncle Ron at lunch. It looked good. I was having crackers for lunch, cheese and crackers. So, that's the lockdown lunch. Cheese and crackers. What do we think? If I use 3 of those kind of things, will that work? I think it might. Do I have the... It's like I didn't save it? That's not right. It's got to be there somewhere. Let's take care of all of these. Move them to that layer. Let's see if I can find that. Where is it? There it is. Let's move that to the hidden layer so I know where it is for next time. No, Vino, man. Good. I'm at home. Nobody would know. But I was on the clock still. And I'm not really a big wine guy, so it was an easy no. There's been wine bottles that are here in the house that were gifts for probably 5 years or more. Once in a while, it's like, hey, you drink wine here. I used to keep them because you get them as gifts at work. I used to keep them under my desk, and if anybody had to stay late for a project, trying to say, oh, if you want a bottle of wine, just go get one under my desk. I think they were always afraid to. I kind of messed that up. I should have, I should have kept that. Oh well. Yep, that's that. And cheese, bread, and wine. Perfect. John's in. Non-fam, did you see what Uncle Ron was eating at lunch today? You probably have a comment on it. That's how I did that. I'm gonna do this. All right, let's break that apart and take that to there. Yep. Let that go like that. And then let's take all of that stuff. Yeah, sure, we'll take the other two. Let's get rid of it later. Hey. Oh. Short rib poutine. and cheesesteak egg rolls. Yeah, it looked like there wasn't salad within like 10 miles of that, but it was great. It looked really good as I sat there eating shitty cheese and Kraft cheese and slices and stupid crackers. Uncle Ron is one of the members of the community. He's a really good guy. Except that day that he shot me. That wasn't such a good day. We were playing Call of Duty, I think it was. Yeah, it must have been one night. And we were on the same team. And he shot me, man. He shot me. So I get to bug him forever about that. Just, the way it is. Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was down there because his dad lives near them, doesn't he? I think. Papa Ron. Yeah, all the good folks. Yeah, not the one you play. Are you still playing much Battlefront? I play a little bit of Warzone. I tried to play Warzone today. Does anybody else play Warzone? I heard that they changed the maps up again. They blew up the big map or something. And today I went to play and you could only play on the stupid little island, and it's like playing Shipment, only with no cover at all. It's just, I don't know. I borderline rage quit. It was getting near the end, and every time I'd parachute in, they'd kill me before I hit the ground. So I said, F it, and just shut her down and went back to work. Played at lunch. Yes, you are super busy, sir, that's for sure. But it looks like it's being very successful, and that's the main thing. Okay, so I have that feeling that I'm doing something wrong here, that I'm missing something. I guess I'll find out eventually. Put that down there too. Now I am going to use the end thing here because I want to go off the end of that to there, and then to there. I never ate poutine until I don't remember it as a kid, because I'm in Ontario, we don't have a lot of that, so it's not local. And I don't remember it being part of the regular menu selection for me anywhere I ever went. The first time in recent years I remember eating it was when Nick, Fanful of Puppies, when he was up in Toronto for business a few years back, 3 years ago maybe. And he said, "Hey, I'm going to be in Toronto." So I just went up and met him. We had dinner, and he ordered it, and I ordered one too. And I was like, "Yeah, it's all right." I don't know. I don't like the cheese curds part, so. Yes, you are working with some really cool people that are doing good things, and that's pretty awesome, helping a lot of people out. So that's pretty cool. Yes, that was the one. Yeah, if you want to see Uncle Ron, that's a good place to go see him. See who we're talking about. Heart of gold, that man. Except when he shot me. uh, oh, forgot to join them together again. Dumb nut. Take care of that up here at the same time. Save bad words in my head later. Yeah. Sweep rail with that cross section. That's looking better. I hope it'll print okay. And then up here, we'll sweep a rail, that cross section. Hey, did that not work? Oh, it's down below the. Sorry. Just take everybody in. Move them up where they belong. It's that end crap again. All right. So now the fun part is how to connect those on the back. Can I get enough if I just join them here, here, and here? Can I? If I just put back pieces there, there, and there, do you think that'll hold the weight? Let's find out. The beauty of this is we can iterate the heck out of it. So I only made it 2 millimeters. Oh, they got to go higher than that because they got to support them from falling out the back too. That's okay. Could do that. Okay, let's rethink that. Okay, let's go with over here instead and do it as a so I might have to go back and make those longer. It's 5. About that many. Think I can get away with that? something like that. Or what about rotating it and doing the across that way? Move. How about that kind of thing? Make it wider. Sure. So if I make it 12 wide, maybe. Make them 4 millimeters thick to give it some strength because it's got to hold the weight of all the wooden ones above it. And make it a heck of a lot taller. Turn off that midpoint. And rotate it 30. Move it. Here's the midpoint. Midpoint there. Maybe. Another half an hour for tonight, I think will be enough for my brain. Hopefully I can get to something I can at least do a half test print with tomorrow by then. That'll hold them there. Sort of. Hey. Wrong key. All right. Hey, that didn't work either. Oh. And winning here. There we go. That's what I wanted. And let's see where that ended up in 3D land. Not where I want it. Okay, so that'll help there. And then if we just mirror that, because I want it to just sit on the desk. I don't want it to. Okay, so take that extrusion and get rid of that one. And just do a simple mirror on this one. And that's got that. And can't do it that way. I want to print it flat like that. I want to print like that with some custom supports so that we can do a little bit of bridging and it'll still be fine. But then I got to figure out how to make it stand up easily. I guess a kickstand is kind of the way to go. I haven't saved in a while. You'll probably warn me that I've been saving too much. Anybody got any ideas? It's a good way to do a kickstand type stand for that. Still not wild about this, but we'll see if it comes together yet. I like the waves to sit them in. You can still reach around the edges and pop them out when you want to take them out and use them. Where's that? I did a cool hinge design for a flip down like a coat hook idea. It was a print in place. I wonder if I can. I'll have to dig that out and see. I don't know what I called it, so I can't look for it yet, but I'll figure it out. Maybe I'll use that idea. And then it'll just make a single leg down the back from the top, maybe. Or maybe two short ones down here somewhere. Right there, and then they would flip back. I wonder what I called that. Ay. Oh, those are all Clockworks stuff. Like, I don't remember any of that. It's just, I kind of remember what I did. I've got this little piece that I was playing with for a while. I wanted to make a thing for like a, you know, I used to have tie racks in your closet. Like there's a closet in this room, and I wanted to make a thing to hang all the stupid cables. You know how many cables you collect over, 30, 40 years of this, right? So I wanted to make a thing that you could have little pieces that flip down on both sides out to about a 30-degree off angle, and then you can hang the cables on those. And it was gonna be like a like a Christmas tree, not, but you know what I mean, like several rows of them across, and they'd flip down, and you could print it in place, and then you just picked it up, and they would just follow. And they don't have to be super, they'd be a bit sloppy because who cares, right? And that was the idea, and that would be good for this, just inverted, that you could have it so it would just flip out and be like a kickstand and put one on each side to support the weight of these, because they do weigh up a bit. So that was the idea, and I had it all worked out, and it was working pretty close. It was pretty close to done, and then got sidetracked onto another project like I always do. Now I just got to remember what I called it so I can find it, because you know how that is. There's 10,000 things. And hinge is obviously not in the maybe cable, or another word that isn't gonna give me a whole lot. If I knew what kind of cool word I used for it when I did it, cable hangers. Holy McCrap. There it is. Yeah, fine. See, because it has you can see that. It's there's the piece that held the cable, and the cables would all hang in this area, right? And then it had this little piece stuck on the back that was in like a groove. And when you rotated it, it would rotate down until that little bump hit. And then that would turn off all of these. No, it was a coat hanger, right? A coat hanger. So you could hang the cables on here, and it's a print in place with the pin in the through the middle part. We're going to be all over the place, but that was the idea. Now, if I use that same thing flipped upside down as a kickstand, I'm thinking it might work, but it's going to add a lot of thickness to it. You don't want to do that. That's kind of the idea, maybe. How can I take that and throw it into the other one? And sort of like that. And then flip it around. Like so. But it's too thick. I can thicken up the back, I guess. And I don't know how much smaller I can make that pin. Pin's only 4 millimeters now. I don't want to make it much smaller. You still need lots of room for it to stand up, because if I release this, I want it to have enough room so you can print it on pretty much anything with lots of clearance. So, and, hey there, how you doing tonight? Oh man. Yeah, you missed the CMP raid. Stopped in for a few minutes. Always glad to see everybody. Good to see people coming in from Twitch. That's cool. Still don't see anybody from Facebook, because I don't know if anybody can even see this on Facebook. I should really do some tests like that one day. All right, we will. Thanks a lot, man. Thanks for stopping in. It's called repurposing old parts. Oops. Because if I move that down, I guess I can just kind of... Can't do it that thick. How can I pull this off? Is it? Wow. Hey, cool. Thanks, man. Thanks for checking. Oh, man. Then it's out. But it's good to know that it's working on Facebook. I'll post it there later for my day 22 of consecutive days of streaming. I'd like to say that it's getting better, but it's probably not. At least I got the music to work, so that's good. Obviously, Facebook is not promoting me. Good for them. I just did it to try it. I'm like, hey, I can stream to 3 places. Let's do Facebook too. I'd rather do Twitter. It would be better for me, but I don't have the magic new Twitter juice yet. What do they call their new thing to replace Periscope? Is it just Twitter Live or something? I don't know. How am I going to pull this off? Because for it to work, it's kind of got to be that thick without scaling it down a bunch. Move it up a lot. All right, that's going to take a bit more thought. But I might go with that idea just because I like the way it works. So, but it's a whole lot more support material if I do that. Don't want to do more support material if I can avoid it. Oh, that's cool. It's going for the Guinness Book of World Records longest video upload ever and longest live stream. When's that happening? Make sure you let us all know on Twitter so that we can jump in and be supportive. How long is the longest live stream got to be a Guinness record? You got to pay for Guinness to do that stuff too. Like my day job, we've got a couple of them for different things that they did many like 20 years ago. Yeah, probably just before I got there, they did. I've been there 22, so. Yeah, take it out. How many days do you have to do to get a Guinness record for that? Oh, that's cool. See World Rescue, that's good. This is always the fun part of this, is trying to work in the ideas to make it all work. You know, the lazy ways is put a tab in the back and slide the legs in, but that's cool. So you're multitasking right now too. 600 hours? Wow. Keep going for a year. I mean, it's not like he has to stay awake or anything. It's just the stream has to keep going, right? What he can't use any of the streaming tools because unless he's got exemptions on them. Kind of like they did for that Shane did for one of the 1440 shows, where they got Zoom to give them an exemption, let them run more than 24 hours or whatever for those. I imagine it's a lot harder to get Zoom's attention these days because they're so big. It'd be fun though, interesting. Man, I got all kinds of things not right on this design already. I'm just looking like these aren't even straight across because they're supposed to sit down in the where is the line for that? 2. Wow, that's pretty cool. Surprised StreamYard isn't advertising that. So I'm sure they're aware of it at some level, right? I mean, I'm a big StreamYard fan. Duck, pillow. Don't have the right shirt on today. But that's cool. Wow. Because, yeah, you couldn't, like, if it's one continuous video upload, that's, man. Are there, like, allowances for, technology glitches, phases of the moon, sunspots, all that shit? Like, just having anything stream for 600 hours is pretty much miraculous. I think I'd be running parallel streams and everything for that. That's pretty cool. That'd be neat. I'd like to know how they did it, when they're all done and they do the documentary. I went to one of those virtual events seminar things, and I mostly went to see how they were using Zoom for a wall of people. It really looks impressive. It's pretty cool. But I didn't need the sales pitch at the end. But yeah, like one of the really cool things that they don't advertise enough or brag about enough is that StreamYard does hold the connection. Like, I can reboot here and come back and it'll still be running. I've had it disconnect, like where I've hit the wrong button a few times on the keyboard and had it cut me out, and then I just jump back in. And I've seen people doing it live, and they just go and reboot. Now, come summertime when they add teams, it'll be easier because you can have somebody in your audience that's assigned to be like the co-host, and they can have full control while you're rebooting and coming back, which doesn't matter for our community, but some of the more violent ones where, if the cat's away, the mice will become bad trolls. So it's that'd be cool. That's neat. That'll be neat I'll go check that out for sure. Well, I think I'm pretty much done for tonight for this because my brain is just not functioning at the right level for this. I'm going to have to really think about how I'm going to extend the back so that I don't have to put a bunch of support material in there. I think I still need the thickness to keep the strength so that the top ones, it doesn't end up bending backwards in time. So I'm just not sure. Might have to do a test print and try it out at some point, but I got to work out the kickstand idea first. Okay, good seeing you too, John. Glad everything's going well with you. And I'll definitely go check that out when I'm done tonight. That'll be awesome. Cool. Thanks, man. Be safe. There. See ya. Okay, I'm going to give it another few minutes and then I'm going to call it a night. Can I do it with a single one? Gosh. Coaster's back in for a minute. I guess I can thicken it up enough for the kickstand. So I won't need all this material here. I'll be able to get rid of all that because I don't need it for anything. Just need the hinge area and the arm, which will have to be a lot longer. I can't really thin that out a lot. That's only, well, we can take it down a bit. Go back to the other screen and grab all the pieces from the parts layer. Yeah. Make that it. Turn off all that other stuff. Grab all of that because that's what I'm going to need on the other side. Start a new one, call it kickstand parts. And move those to that layer. Set it to something purpley. Turn that one to another color. So that I can see it better. All right. I think that's going to be enough for tonight, gang. I got some ideas, and I'll play with it again another night. Not tomorrow, but probably not tomorrow. Let's see. All right. Okay, everybody. Thanks a lot for joining in. We had good conversation, good chat in the chat lines there, and good people coming and going all night. So that's good. But it's after 11:30 here, so it's time for me to call it. And I want to check those parts downstairs, how the gluing's going before I go to bed, and I can think about that while I'm trying to sleep. Anyway, thanks everybody for coming. And I want to remind y'all to be safe and never let the machines win.